The concept of multiple universes isn't a new thing to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In fact, it's quite frequently it comes up. Hell, even in Eyes of Heaven, they talk about it multiple times, and the main villain of one of the parts, Funny Valentine, he uses his stand to manipulate alternate universes. But we also have other stands in, like, Part 5, like Man in the Mirror, who manipulates other types of universes. So, like, what if Funny Valentine and Luzio fucking fought each other, right? Right? That's what he does. Oh, fuck, I'm becoming exports. So before we get into this, we should probably talk about, like, what the powers of the stands are. So let me get into that real quick. I'm going to start with Luzio because Part 5 comes before Part 7. So yeah, Luzio and his Man in the Mirror. Man in the Mirror is an interesting kind of stand because it allows Luzio to manipulate the mirror universe, or the mirror world. It allows him to have full access to who can enter and who can exit that universe. In simple, anyone who enters the mirror universe with Luzio's permission, he can choose whether or not they can bring their stand with them, or bring their stand energy with them. Now, what Luzio can't manipulate is what they have on their person. He can manipulate where it is on their person because when they enter the mirror universe, everything they have is mirrored or reversed, like when Fugo's watch. But he can't prevent Fugo from bringing that watch. He can prevent him from bringing Purple Haze, but he can't prevent him from bringing, like, his knife, his pocket knife with him. That's one of Luzio's biggest weaknesses. Also, it's not clear whether or not the mirror universe or the mirror world is its own separate reality, or if it's just an ability created by him. He mentions that no living things exist in that universe, making it seem like it's something that is an actual lived-in thing, like it has its own lore, it has its own beginnings, but it's not 100% clear, and that's actually very important for when we get to President Funny Valentine and Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Funny Valentine and his filthy acts performed at a reasonable price is a pretty decent stand. I mean, for despicable acts at a really good discount, its stats are pretty impressive. A's in just about every category but its range, which is C, which is still really good. The main ability of atrocious actions done for frugal individuals is it allows President Funny Valentine, through the use of going in between an object, to enter an alternate reality, and he can interact with himself, but anyone else besides him, thanks to his despicable performances at a discounted price of $9.99 plus $5.99 in shipping and handling, if they come in contact with their alternate reality selves, they are completely annihilated. President Funny Valentine isn't, because that's the ability of his stand. With this ability, he is able to push any individual he wants into that alternate universe, bring other versions of himself into his universe, and also go in between just about fucking anything. A fucking water pours on him and his not good things accomplished at minimum wage takes into effect and he goes into another universe. He also has an ability to make one of the most confusing parts of Steel Ball Run. That entire chapter is complete fucking nonsense. To this day, it's still fucking stupid. Like, the worst thing Luzio ever done was make one of the third worst fucking segment of the fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 video game. God damn it. Fuck that part. Fuck Man in the Mirror. Inverting a player's controls is fucking cancerous. Never fucking do that to fucking anyone ever again. Fuck. Anyways, back to bad stuff at a discounted rates. President Funny Valentine is also able to access the ability of Love Train by using the Corpse Part stand, or Jesus' stand, Ticket to Ride, which allows him to move misfortune to other places in the world that isn't near him. It allows him to maintain a good luck. He uses this by accessing the Corpse Parts and their ability through his stand. Unreasonable bad acts such as theft and murder, punishable under a court of law done by criminals in order to gain a low sum of money agreed upon by both parties. And with this power, President Funny Valentine becomes nearly invincible. But I don't think that would come up because I don't think Funny Valentine would have the corpse parts when he was fighting Luzio, and Luzio could probably prevent that ability from coming through into the mirror world. So we're gonna cross out Love Train for now. So yes, let's get on to the actual fight between them. I feel it would go in the favor of Funny Valentine, honestly. Sure, when Luzio activates his ability, and he would probably pull Valentine in anyways, his naughty notions negated at neglectable prices would be stuck outside the mirror world. Unless the mirror world is an alternate universe, then if it is an alternate universe, Funny Valentine is at no threat whatsoever, and he can just call in his Grim Request at a pretty decent deal. Even if Funny Valentine had no access to his stand during the fight, he'd still have infinite supplies of his stand outside of the mirror world, where he could pull in multiple versions of himself, tell him to kill himself, the dead body appears in the mirror world, and Valentine can take any supplies off of his dead selves, brothers, and arms, I guess. And sure, he'd be at a disadvantage because he has to focus to send his tasks deemed unlawful by society, which would most definitely earn you a high level of hatred and disrespect among people, accomplished by an astoundingly low, near insignificant level of payment, to go and actually find other versions of himself. But Man in the Mirror doesn't have a high strength or high damage rate. In fact, that's one of Elusio's biggest weaknesses, is if you've read it, Moody Blues is able to kick its ass, and Moody Blues isn't a combat stand. It fucking curb stomps its goddamn head in. It's fucking astounding how weak Man in the Mirror is, actually. But yes, I feel that, without a doubt, that Funny Valentine, a man who survived multiple days without water in a desert, could take a little beating from a tiny Italian twink. Disrespectful, unsanitary behavior at a little to no currency isn't stronger. I mean, it is stronger because it can win. It's fucking Funny Valentine and D4C are stronger than Elusio and Man in the Mirror. It would come down to like brass tacks on this thing. And it's mainly if it's actual writing in the show, then yes, Funny Valentine wins no matter what. But the fight between them would at least be interesting to watch. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like. If you have anything you want to say, maybe I missed out on something, maybe there's a critical detail to this fight that I've missed out on, then feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If not, just fucking, I have a Patreon. If you like Patreon, give me cash, and have a lovely day. Fuck you.